time you tune into You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, a unique radio show geared toward the Black male perspective of family, relationships, and community. I'm your host, Tashawn, a certified relationship coach who brings a relaxed and unbiased perspective to issues such as communication, trust, breakups, divorce, and more. I know how to listen and understand. So tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, and prepare to be educated, entertained, and enlightened.
WSTN DB HD1, Atlanta, Charlotte, a situations media station. Time for some conversations about Black men, for Black men, with Black men. You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, with Tashawn and Friends, on the sound of Morris Brown College, 102.6, The Situation.
Saturday mornings I'm tuned in, listening to Tishawn, she be going in, y'all. Black queen for us black kings. We can learn a thing or two when we're locked in. One of the few places we can be heard. Man, I rocks with her, that's my word. The show is enlightening, engagement always enticing. I always come with an open mind, I'm never frightened. Y'all guaranteed to walk away with minerals. Now that I'm thinking everything else is minuscule. For the fools who don't protect black women. No arguing, disrespect. And that's it, y'all. Please come in peace when you call in, cause the friends ain't no slouch, fair warning. You got mail messages from him. Y'all better listen if you wanna win. In life, y'all. You wanna win in life. Tune in to the Sean and Friends. You got mail messages from him. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him. 10 a.m. to noon, Saturdays. Tune in. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I was about to try to do the whole
You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. Capricorn season.
Whatever. It is spring 2021. Happy spring.
Capricorn season.
Oh my God.
East Coast flow, West Coast body language. Don't know nothing about the South, trying to find somebody to hang with.
Capricorn season.
I mean, from the West Coast with a country twang. I'm trying to figure go for it.
To figure it all out.
Happy spring.
It ain't spring.
Today is the first day of spring 2021, y'all. Y'all know that is my favorite season, right? And I am back on Facebook Live, y'all. I am out of jail.
Oh, she excited.
I'm excited. She's free.
Where the Facebook screen at? Where it at?
It should be up. It should be up there.
I just shared it.
You got it. We are back, y'all. Yo, you got mail messages from him.
Yeah,
woo!
From us.
How y'all
Capricorn
doing?
season.
Beautiful black men.
You have been released. You're free.
I am free. 30 days. But that's okay. Y'all still going over to that.
No bun. She had to do time served.
Hey, was them photos personal?
Yeah, they got to do time served.
Was you trying to send a message to somebody and
no, they put me in jail for something. Oh, y'all are old offense.
You and Chef were playing pull a pick. Y'all were playing pull a pick.
They checked their criminal background record before they gave her a new charge.
Hey, listen, I know you do coaching, but you and Chef got to be careful on that coaching right there.
I'm like, and it wasn't even my picture. It wasn't even my picture. And it wasn't even
guilty by association.
Hey, Eddie Murphy said it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
She was the driver.
Yo, you've got mail messages from him. It is the first day of spring. We are back in the studio. I am Tashawn.
Kind of chilly for the first day of spring.
It is, but it's always like that. But the sun is shining.
Yeah, look.
Vitamin D. I give you that.
Yes. You know, I got my friends in the building. I got Tank the sports guy.
Good morning.
Yep. I got Ghost. You all right over there?
I'm good. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm recuperating for all those who may wonder why my voice is a little bit deeper than most of the time.
We're going to talk about that. And we got the Green Machine.
What's up, y'all?
The machine's making morning smooth.
No, that ain't that show. That show this morning. Don't get me in that element.
I know. I didn't say a show, so you're giving it away. I said the machine. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Thank you, Chef.
That means it's back to Capricorn season.
Oh no, but we still celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, we still celebrate Capricorn season. Still
What
celebrate
season is it?
Capricorn season.
What season is it though?
Capricorn season.
You know what?
Is it Aries yet?
What season is it?
Aries
I
yet?
don't even know.
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Aries.
Dang,
Oh, so
no.
they got one more day.
We
So
got until
Pisces-
11:59 p.m.
Okay.
So Pisces, you're a Pisces. So the Pisces season that was
Ends
short.
at 11:59 and 59 seconds.
Dang, did y'all? Was that really short? Or
Yeah.
was,
That's how quick you can drown.
See, oh,
I didn't say that, Green Machine. I didn't say that. Don't check out. But they throw a shot.
to the core.
To the core. They throw a shot. Banana, Coach Banana, what's up? Good
That was
morning.
good. That was good.
That was a good one.
I'm
That was a
outside
good
of my
one.
body, so blame it on my head.
Yes,
not my
Chef.
heart.
We're gonna talk about that as well. We're not gonna go in detail about it, but we will discuss
Oh, what?
that.
Wait,
You say you want to
yeah.
talk about the shooting of the women, the
Oh,
Asian women.
yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna discuss that
Yeah.
briefly, but that's gonna be on another show as well.
That
Yeah.
kind of shook me because that's like 2 miles from the house.
Yeah, Ackworth up in
And I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute.
yeah, up in there.
By
Yeah.
5 guys. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually went to that massage parlor one time
Wow.
because they do couples massages.
Okay.
And we walked out. It was just a little bit too.
Wow. My heart and my condolences go to the families, and
Most definitely, man.
you know, it's just unfortunate. But again, y'all better call it what it is. It's a white boy, a hate crime.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about him having a bad day, a sex addiction, and all of that. Y'all gonna stop playing around America. These are white boys.
So when his sex made you kill?
Right.
Right,
You got an
exactly.
addiction.
I thought you fall asleep and eat a sandwich or something like
You
that.
know,
Right, isn't that supposed to relax
I mean,
you?
we want to try to sugarcoat. Well, they
Rationalize,
sugarcoat.
yeah.
We all know what it is, and
Yeah.
we've
Of
been
course we
calling
do.
out. But
Yeah,
they
but-
want to embrace him, telling me he was having a bad day.
Man.
Did y'all really report that he had a bad day and he got a set?
But you got to look at it. Our opinion is different. We are
That's
looking
true.
at it from folks that have been hated for a long
That's
time.
true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
We've been hated for a while now, so we
like,
kind of experts at
right,
I don't think you like me. I
right.
think we know a little bit about that.
It's like, come on now, call it for what it is. He's a white boy who, again, getting his way. Because he don't like something.
Privilege gives you automatic excuses.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that means to tell me if y'all having a bad day, y'all can just come in here and do whatever.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because y'all would have been, y'all black men would have been dead on sight.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have made it that far.
Y'all wouldn't even made it into
Somebody
handcuffs.
would have told we left the house with a handgun.
Right.
They would have started there.
No, none of y'all black men
before we shot.
right would not have been in handcuffs. Let's talk about that. On the run for how many hours? 18 hours or something like that. 180 some miles. You on the run? Come on.
Yeah, he hit 75 pretty quickly though, but
Y'all wouldn't even made it out of that area.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to drive out.
Police?
No, there's no way.
They would have Swiss cheese the vehicle.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, let's call it what it is. It's a white boy.
We get pulled over leaving the neighborhood, asking where are you going?
Exactly.
That's it.
You're leaving your house.
We're at risk.
Where are you going?
Right.
We're at
I
risk
live
of
here,
having-
clown.
Right. It's like,
You
come
fit
on.
the description.
Put him under. He shouldn't have been in handcuffs. That's all I got to say.
I mean, if it's not a dead giveaway that most of the spots that he went to were Asian owned, I mean, a couple of them business said Asian written on it. Like, I mean, come on now. I mean, if you're not correlating anything there, you know, you're basically blinding yourself.
Yeah.
You're blinding yourself. One had it, I think it was like Young Asian something spa. It said it on the sign. You knew where you were going. You had this plan out.
Well, yeah, he planned it.
Yeah,
and he was on
you
his way
had
to
this
Florida.
on the run. So you can get out of here.
Well, no, to go
You
to
know?
some other spots that he had visited.
Target, right.
So, you know, and I'm just like, come on, like,
Y'all
really?
I mean, get y'all a pistol and keep it.
For real.
Let's be honest.
Everybody.
Learn the rules, learn the laws.
Because he showing up. No, I mean, like,
License
really?
to conceal and carry.
But my heart is, you know, goes out to the family. No one should have to die on their job like that.
Oh no, dog.
You know, you go into work and then you don't make it home. That's why I tell people, it's a blessing when I get in the house. Thank you, God.
Yes.
When I pull up, thank you, Jesus, because you just don't know. And them women didn't expect, to not come
like
home.
Right.
Their families did not expect to get a phone call like that. All because this white boy, and I'm gonna keep saying white boy because that's what white boy privilege.
but if you think about it, every instance like this, that white boy privilege comes out.
Yep.
The same one who sat down at the church in Carolina, and the white boy privilege came out.
Yep.
Hey, Ghost, you shot not. You having a bad day.
Every instance like this, though, ain't it nothing but the ticky tacky whites that do this?
Yeah. And they took him out in handcuffs too.
It's crazy.
We had one brother hiding in the trunk of a car.
That's it.
But I gotta give it to him.
That's it.
He hid in the trunk of his car.
He hung around some white boys too.
So y'all just
he hung around a platoon of white boys.
It's like y'all gonna just have these men in handcuffs, but y'all shoot a brother on sight. Don't even give them.
All we gotta do is get aggressive.
Right.
That's it.
But this white boy gets to live.
But what's aggressive? Blinking 3 times.
The look on your face.
You kill 8 people.
That's it.
I blinked 3 times and I'm aggressive.
You killed 8
A
people.
stern look is aggressive.
How you kill 8 people and you in handcuffs? And now you're gonna get a lifetime story in or a movie.
Right.
You in a book deal.
Yeah.
Book deal. They're gonna first investigate why.
You're right.
What's the black doctor who he's on the shows? Because he's having a bad day, that may have promoted him to commit those crimes.
We're gonna offer him some help.
It's a black guy. He states the obvious on all these crime shows.
Yeah.
And basically, they're gonna, he was having a bad day. Emotionally, he may have been sexually charged and made him commit these crimes. Really?
You hear how this sounds?
That's what he does, though. He sits on the show and offers plain sight commentary on why these people do what they do, and they're white.
And it may be true, but you know what? You should have. It burns me because I'm like, this white boy.
What?
Red.
I think the melanin in my skin makes me sick thinking about doing stuff like that. I think that's one of the. I think that, and I'm just being honest with you. I think that this special chemical in my blood, I can't sit and think about going kill 8 people.
Right.
Like literally, I would throw up in the process because as a human being.
Exactly.
So what makes them? They've been in this. I apologize. Y'all can hit me on my Facebook, but they've been doing this for thousands of years. They've been getting away with it. Getting away. We have created psychological profiles and programs in school based on these white killers.
Yeah.
Correct.
We glorify them.
We do.
Real.
We do.
That's crazy.
We want to know what makes them tick.
Right. It's like because they just do it because they can.
Because
they already know the law.
Then
exactly
they get studied and copycat.
Right, exactly.
It's crazy.
But let a black man.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get knocked smooth off.
Not even have a weapon.
Smooth off.
Just quote unquote talk back to the police.
Right.
You getting tasered and shot and killed, and those are facts.
Just hold up this.
Right, hold up your phone. You getting beat down. But this white boy made it into not a scratch. I didn't even see him beat up.
No.
None of them
just
do.
So raise your arm with your phone.
None of them get beat up.
Yeah,
I didn't even see him beat up. I didn't see him struggle or nothing. You put handcuffs.
I bet you got to make a phone call for his phone.
Yep.
He did.
And they gave him a cigarette on the way.
He did.
They also put a bulletproof vest on him.
I'm really ticked about that because my thing is you got, hey Tib, what's up, girl?
Hey there,
Coach Tib, what's going on?
It's like you literally made it out in handcuffs. And you talking about you had a
and got escorted easily to the car. Here's the thing. Same thing with Charleston.
Man, get out of
Charleston,
here.
They put a bulletproof vest on dude.
Yeah.
And just walked him out.
And
like it was detention. It's
I don't understand that.
You just killed like mad people. And you killed us.
Yeah. I don't understand that. That ticks me off. That ticks me off because I'm in a room full of black men at any given day. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it happen within my own family, with friends. The least little thing with police officers,
always,
y'all are not even aggressive. You don't even have a weapon.
Right.
But this white boy kills 8 people and you in handcuffs and talking about I was having a bad day and it sets addiction.
It's almost like a silent code that's going on, but it's not. But the closer and closer we get to finding out and pinpointing it, which it's already pinpointed. We been knew it, but the closer we get to them knowing that we're pinpointing it is where it starts to become troubling because, okay, all right, we got to do this, but, just ride with me.
There are two Americas.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The double standard.
Must be two sides.
White America.
The double standard. Flip a coin.
Man, that's some bull crap. But that ain't going to bring me down.
No,
not today. Today is spring.
They knew not to mess with a black-owned business. We were ready.
Hey, Tandra, what's going on, girl?
Good morning.
How you doing?
They knew not to mess with a black-owned business because we was ready.
Well, his thing was that's where he frequents, right? That's where he goes.
But think about that. That means that's a subculture that white America has.
Right.
That's a double standard because in the black community, last time I checked, they was locking you up for prostitution.
Hello.
In any form.
I was just telling Chef because he didn't know what those were. And I said that's
those happy endings.
Right. Well, let's talk about Mr. Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
He frequents these, so there's a network, I believe, that goes on.
It got to be.
That you have money you could be plugged into, where you can go
with the sex trafficking, all of that.
Yeah. When he came for the Super Bowl, that's what it was. I think it was those spots he went to, matter of fact. When he came for the Super Bowl.
So that means these are places that you frequent, and because you're having, you can't get rid of your sex addiction, and you come up with some cockamamie excuse.
Okay.
Interesting wording.
Last time I checked,
why would you kill for a sex addiction?
Right.
Old school.
Isn't that supposed to be relaxing though?
Old school.
Well, the way he's saying it is, and I didn't get all of the interview, but the way he's saying it, that in order to eliminate his sex addiction, he had to eliminate those problems.
What?
Yeah.
Because so that means he got to try to kill every woman in the world then.
Right. Because he was going to those places. So in order to stop his sex addiction, he's eliminating the problem.
These folk crazy.
White boy privilege. Because let you say, oh, I was having a sex addiction, and in order for me to get rid of my sex addiction, I'm trying to eliminate the problem. You would have been dead on sight.
Eliminate.
We all know that.
Yes.
We all, especially in that area.
Right.
That's what. Come on, that's white boy. That
just walk
a black man up in there. We just started living up in that area.
Let's be real.
Man,
should just walked out.
6-7 years ago, that area started getting
a couple of
sprinkles.
You know, and the cookie.
Yeah, it started
but I'm gonna be honest with you. When you go into those places, like I went into one of them, one of the spots, and it was our anniversary. We're gonna do the couples massage.
Okay,
but we didn't stay because the element, like it felt like, you know what, I shouldn't even be in here.
Yeah.
Like that a dude in a work uniform coming out there. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, cool. So, but I mean, it's the fact that they have this culture going on.
Yeah.
If we did something like that, from hair salon to hair salon, wouldn't be no more hair getting done.
It wouldn't. Exactly. It would have been shut down as soon as you opened. So
they know what's going on.
They know.
They've been there.
That's
before.
why I said people got to stop acting all. They know. You let them get permits. You let them open up the business, so you know what's going on. And that's
inspection time every year. I wonder how they pass.
Exactly.
Who doing inspection?
Right.
Because they pulling. Hey, you know what? I want to go this week.
Exactly. So it's like, we ain't dumb. You're right. Nope. They know what's going on. And so my thing is, these women, regardless of what they did or were doing, this white boy went in and used his white boy privilege because he couldn't get his way. You know what I'm saying? You went in and you killed 8 women because you couldn't, like Vanetta said, self-control goes a lot, because you couldn't control yourself.
Interesting.
Well, y'all better be glad I can't cuss. Y'all better be glad this show is not a cuss, because I think I would have been like, it pisses me off. Like every time one of these situations happen, it pisses me off.
They were giving an excuse.
Yes, and you in handcuffs. But let what's the young man who got shot last year just going to his car? He's paralyzed.
The one who was running, who was going to his car, and they shot him 7 times in front of his boys.
In front of his kids. 7 times in the back. And he didn't even have a weapon. He didn't have that. But you let
talking about Jacob Blake.
Yeah. But you got handcuffs on this white boy because he having a bad man. If y'all
basically you gave him a hug.
That's it. That's what you did. Really right.
You give them a hug. Your terrorist training tells you that he's in emotional distress and you need to hug him. Really?
Yeah.
Why is AK going off?
I'm having a bad day.
Speaking of AKs, remember dude with the rifle in the middle of the street during the protest last summer?
Yeah,
he shot the people.
White boy. Yeah,
he shot people.
Where is he? He got arrested, didn't he?
He out.
Oh, that's why he's out. Yeah,
he walking around free. Like, and no, but the footage you saw. Okay, I'm surrendering, but the cops just drive right past him. Like, I'm not like, yeah, we know he's not the guy. Let's go farther down. I'm holding a whole rifle in my hand. If I'm holding a whole rifle in my hand, I'm not making it 2 more steps.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't even make it 1 step, not even a half, a quarter.
Yeah, they want to see what you're talking about.
It just pisses me off.
We've got a report of black men walking into Cabela's,
right?
legally buying guns.
Yeah.
We have to check them when they come out.
Well, we saw all of that take place. We saw the white boy privilege. We've been knowing it, but I think America saw it when they stormed the Capitol.
Right.
Point blank.
Right.
We've been knowing it.
Yeah, we've been knowing it.
We've been knowing it.
If that is not the bare definition of white privilege,
yes,
I wouldn't have got 3 blocks. I wouldn't have made it that morning, put my shoes on. Somebody would have told
you. The schools can't even get up to the step. When you going on school field trips, you can't even get to the
steps.
Right. You can't even get there.
Right.
So,
them folks were sitting in the building.
Yeah, sitting in the building.
Taking pictures.
In the house.
Exactly.
Putting them on the social media platform.
Right.
Better folks are
incriminating.
I'm sitting in the speaker
and all of them was sober.
But you know what though? They had enough sense to sit in the Speaker of the House chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Symbolism was their thing.
Right.
Yep.
There's never been a Confederate flag flown inside of the Capitol.
Exactly.
Yep.
And plus, I'm gonna sit in the Speaker of the House chair.
Yep.
Take a couple of selfies. Go to Nancy Pelosi office. What's that?
Right. Vanetta, she said that's a separate show by you. Right, line because that right there. Oh, so I'm not surprised by anything that goes on.
Oh no, not at all.
It just makes you mad as a black citizen in the U.S. Like. Again, this is something that we've been knowing. And that's like, y'all.
I used to always ask my grandmother, why do you have such strong feelings about, white people? And she would always say, when you live this long and you see,
yes,
not tell, see the evil that has been done.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that white people are evil.
Right.
But when I have somebody who was 96 years old, and throughout her whole 96 life, all she saw is what evil acts have been done.
Right.
How can you tell them anything else?
Right.
I've seen you snatch black men out their beds at 4 o'clock in the morning
for some bull
time I wouldn't sleep.
And they've never come back.
Exactly.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah. My grandparents, my great aunt them would tell the same stories. They were like, they have a love, they stay to themselves. And they're done because, like you said, they've seen it. They've witnessed it in their own home. So that's why I'm like, you could never get me to turn on my brothers and my sisters. I'm black to the day I die.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm sorry. I'm black to the day I die. And I don't apologize. I will be blackity black, brown sugar, as LaTressa. Like
all that.
My people, I have such a love for my people. It's as my dad always said, we're the chosen ones. I believe it because the stuff that you just cannot. Farrakhan said it best in his song with dang, what's my boy's name? Busta Rhymes. All that hate is coming back to get y'all. It ain't. We may not see it coming, but you best to believe you're gonna reap everything that you sow. Karma is going to get, and it may not get you, but it's gonna get your generations. You see what I'm saying? It's going to get your family. Plain and simple. Karma is going to happen. That's just the way it is. Because you cannot do things and get away with it.
Nah.
This is ridiculous.
No. And the crazy part is we're seeing stuff being done in the light because of social media.
Exactly. It's been going on before that.
Imagine that darkness.
Yeah.
I mean, every black man in this room has thought to themselves, I guess I got to make it home tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That should not be like
for real.
I haven't made it home.
Right. See? Yeah. Yeah.
I just still breathing, but
Yeah.
I ain't make a home.
Right.
It's crazy. Coming from the other side. This side is easier to talk about than when it coming from the other side. Because coming from the other side, it's another level of disdain because you actually, a lot of people don't respect it when it doesn't hit home.
Yeah.
Then when it hit close to home, then when they like, oh, now I see. Now you see why I act the way I act. I don't do this just because it feels good.
Right. This is one reason, a part of the show, because I know I've been around Black men who've experienced things with the police. I've been, so it's not just like I'm just coming on here talking. No, I've witnessed innocent Black men go through some hell and high water. Because white men decided they wanted to use their power. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just, again, you can never get me to turn on my Black brothers and sisters.
And all of them were picked on in school. Yeah. And that's the reason they do a lot of the stuff. They've been prejudiced their whole life. Right. They just decided they could put on the outfit to express it.
White boy privilege. Now, for those people who want us to jump in, and I'm gonna say this, and you can block me or whatever.
We don't care.
Who want me to stand with I stand with everybody. Hate is hate. I don't condone hate at all. Y'all know, people who know me, I am a lover of all people and so forth. So please stop. Well, sis, when are you gonna join the fight? What fight? I'm still in the fight that I'm in with.
I'm trying to tell you, we already been in a fight. I'm still
fighting for Breonna Taylor. Let's talk about that. Exactly. I'm still fighting for the many Black women who have been killed, and we just forgot about them. We just sweeping them under the rug. Yeah. So that's where my fight is. My fight is against hate, and it's definitely against hate against my people as well. So please stop tagging me and stop the hate against Asians. Stop white supremacy. That's what we need to be united to fight. Because that's what it is, white supremacy.
Can we get right first?
Right.
We've already said for the past 5 years that the most dangerous group of terrorists are the white supremacists. Yeah. It is federally known. Yeah. It has been said for the past 5 years over and over and over, and nobody's listening.
It's white supremacy. Let's all unite and get them jokers out. Voting, however, get them out. Call them out on their mess. When you see, don't give people passes. Don't give them white boys passes. Don't give those white women passes.
Right.
When they start calling racism, when they call you the N-word and they apologize, don't accept that mess. They only apologize because they got caught.
That's it.
Right. That's it. Well, I was reading about Papa John's owner. That John had me laughing. He said it's taking him 20 months to get the, and it's sad. It is true. I can probably understand what he's saying, because if you've been using this word freely, and I bet you he's used it around a lot of Black people freely, and we've given him passes because of the money. Exactly. Yeah. And now, we want to come down on him. No, we can't come down on him because we've allowed him to do this mess for 20-something months. He can't
get Maher.
Right. See, he can't get the N-word out of his vocabulary.
I'm friends with Ice Cube.
Right.
I have Black friends.
It's like, call these folks out.
I'm married to a Black woman.
Exactly.
That doesn't still give you the right to say that word.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't see Dirk Nowitzki saying that word to his wife.
It's like, call these folks out. Don't get all grand and shot. Well, and you want to protest him. Protest him when he first said it around you and your Black friends at the party.
Right.
Call him out then. Hey, yo, bro, I love you. Hey, but that word is off limits to you. I don't care how.
That's too nice.
First of all, if he had been checked the first time that he did it, the way he should have been checked the first time that he did it,
could have just grabbed your finger and did his lips like this. Watch him out. Slap his lips down. Watch him out and do it kind of rough.
It's like we give passes, and y'all know I'm the nicest. I'm a forgiving person and a loving person, and forgiveness doesn't mean that you keep the bull crap coming, but call people out on what they are. Like if they using that language, or they're saying, look, educate them. Even with the whole Sharon Osbourne thing, my girl had a good clap back for Kevin Frazier. Stop putting us in situations. We tired of trying to educate y'all.
Right.
That white woman been long enough. Sharon is what, 70-some years old.
To understand that guess what? The royal family got black blood. The Moors were all black.
Right.
So stop trying to. That's
you were
not
scared
our
of them. So you joined in a line with them.
We're not scared. We're tired of trying to educate white women and white men on. It's wrong.
Slap them in the back of the head.
Period.
That's all the education.
You know what?
And again,
I look at it like this. They don't like melanin until they get old. When they start falling apart, and looking like the crypt keeper, then they want. You have such beautiful skin. Yeah.
Y'all better love and embrace y'all skin and melanin, because this right here, brown sugar, baby, brown sugar. You hear me? And now, unapologetically, I am black till the day I die.
But it's amazing how one chemical, and that's the difference.
That's it.
One chemical is the difference between all this hate and jealousy.
Yeah.
And I really believe that chemical was a cure, and they're missing it. So it is what it is. I mean,
hey, Sonya.
So it's amazing how Sharon Osbourne can make all those comments and stuff like that. But when you look at the history, the kings and queens were black.
Right.
Yeah. You were afraid of the Moors. They were conquering you.
Yeah.
And so to avoid being conquered, you joined them. You can hide that black woman picture all you want in the castle. It's still there. And you're afraid.
But for Kevin Frazier to come and ask what's her name? Amanda. Was it Amanda Seals? One of them, but
Amanda Seals did clap back.
Yeah, she did it, and totally. I was like, yes, black girl, clap. Don't expect us to solve that white woman's problem, and all the white women's problem. No, she knows. She knows what's going on. No, it's a difference. I can sit down and educate you on, hey, this is how black women been feeling or whatever. But to keep coming to these people's defense when you've been living longer than I have, you've been seeing it, you and your husband.
But they don't. But remember, when you are a recipient.
Yeah.
A recipient?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's like we got too much on our plate. Stop putting us in situations. We're trying to deal with our stuff. We're still dealing with trauma from last year. You know what I'm saying? From last week. Like nobody's stopping to ask us about us and our mental health. Y'all just want to keep piling stuff onto us and not sit down and say, you know what's going on? How are y'all feeling? And y'all want to keep adding stuff to us? No.
And you see, like the response that Cheryl Underwood had.
I love Cheryl Underwood. She was so calm.
Her crying right there.
Yeah.
Is the only response that I think that black woman, that Cheryl, Osbourne needed, because had the response she really wanted to give her.
Yeah.
She thinks she was crying because she
was crying. Right.
Yo, she wanted to physically show I'm blackity black.
But I'm
let me show you how the hood settle this. Because we settle this and walk away. Now, we may not talk for a day or two.
Right.
Hey, what's up, bro? We're going to shake and go right back to normal life.
And she kept it. You're right. That cry was not, cry was look, girlfriend. And she said it. You are my friend. And I'm really trying to let you know, hey, don't get it twisted. Because I'm still blackity black. And my faith and loyalty is over here. I'm trying to educate you, but that's what she was like. And I don't give me the cry too, baby girl. She was trying to save you.
That was her way of venting that whipping, because it was coming. I mean, and she deserved it. At that point, she earned it. I believe she earned it. You took someone out of their element, and you knew what you were doing. So she deserved it. She should have got it right there live on TV. A whole lot of folks might act right if you just go and give them their issue right there live on TV.
Right.
You play it out right here, like as a parent. When I acted the fool,
demonstration,
and when I acted the fool in the grocery store and fell out, I got it right there on site. It was no wait for what? I didn't do it later.
That's right. Saint said that's right. The expectation is that we should be seen and not heard, but we will not allow the microaggressions to continue. No.
I know that's right.
No. Chef said, Ghost over there quiet, like what he plotting over there? What you plotting? Ghost trying to recover.
Chef, I'm trying to recover. Don't put me on blast.
He done hung out with them youngins.
I had to go and support one of the team members, and I'm paying for it. That won't happen too much. I'm just being honest.
So what happened?
A lot of drinking and a loud music and a lot of people under the age of 40.
How under the age was it? What was the average age?
Okay, let me see. According to what I was seeing, I'm trying to gauge because you can never tell because they put some in the food when these kids were growing up, so they look grown. But I'm gonna say the average age.
Shouldn't they say, yeah, you look a little tired?
Yeah, I'm tired. I say 30, 35, maybe. And 35 probably was the
that was generous.
That was
pretty generous.
Yeah, that's generous. But it was yeah. You could tell by the way they, they carried themselves.
Now, as long as you didn't feel like you were the only person in the club with a real job.
I did.
So you said,
it was time to go.
He drinking on the whole.
Whenever you feel like you got the only real job in the building that starts at 8 o'clock, it's time for you to leave that club.
Where were you?
Life.
He said Life.
It's on Life. It's on Club on Cortland.
Oh Lord, that means you're gonna go.
But I can't tell you. Yeah, I was in the middle of the city. I can't tell you this. It's very nice in there. It's humongous. It's a restaurant on one side.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's nice in there.
So we can go as a
we can go and sit in the yeah.
Okay.
Now, if I had a team of adults, we would have had a blast.
Really?
What?
Okay.
Would have because I would have had a section then.
Okay, so let's make that happen for YGM or
let's do it.
102.
Let's do it. I ain't gotta do nothing but tell Sky.
Okay.
He's the host for life.
Okay.
Every Friday. So when I got there, I called him and walked, and he came, and I don't stand in no lines.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't stand in line.
Cover charges?
None of that.
Okay, because I don't do cover charges.
Only thing I paid for was parking.
Woo! But Chef said, no, I don't like that young.
Yeah, I feel you.
He's saying that if we go as a team and have dinner, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll just be able to hear the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
The plush lab, Janice, she said that 35 plus energy hit different when it comes out the party.
Yeah, she know what it is. Sure does. She know what it is.
See that 35 plus?
Hey, when I come next week for my facial, I need you to get all of that smoke out my face.
that 35 range is a little different too after midnight.
It is.
The energy's different after midnight.
It is. You be sitting up there like.
You just be zombie. You just be a zombie. You try to do what you can.
Like, and then you just start rocking. Be like, yeah, that's crazy.
If you think about, right now I'll be in the bed at this time.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I made it. I woke up on time. I made it on time.
No, I ain't gonna have no shorts on.
You got that's when you gonna put your booty shorts on.
Oh Lord.
Nah, I ain't gonna. Some things you just need to leave in the past.
You just gotta leave some stuff with it.
Yeah.
But ain't it interesting when we get to our nice age and we, let's try doing something that we did back in the day.
Right.
You know fully well you can't stay up all night and go to work.
I tried to drop it on the dance floor with y'all, and
what the knee felt like.
Man, why y'all think I had to leave early?
Go on, Megan.
I'm go home.
Hey, look, me and Chef was outside on the patio.
I'm trying to drop. The song came on.
Yeah.
Scrub the ground. Yeah, I was like, I got up and scrub. And the other little young women, the other little girls, they just dropped it. And they don't know nothing about that song, but they were so cute. Yeah, they were so cute. I said, okay, I'm up. I told Angela, she said, that's your song too. I said, yeah, that's my song.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking, I was like, wait, hold on. You up? Whoa.
Man, I tried to get halfway down. Them knees said,
that's it. Yeah, I just stay in my lane.
See, y'all over 35 to 40, y'all got y'all slippers in y'all purse.
Exactly.
With no shame.
Y'all got slippers in the purse.
And we'll pull them out at the spot.
In the spot.
Just
put them on.
It's 12:30. These shoes in expired.
That's right, Chef said. Remember your original Freaknik, baby. That's right. So I thought I was back at Freaknik. Scrub the ground. Shoot. So he said, listen, when it comes to party, I embrace that I'm 50
I'm trying to tell
because I can't hang with them 30. So you ain't never lied.
So listen, full disclosure. I was being in my leadership skills, right? I was going to support a team member because last week I was supposed to go because he invited me. I didn't go.
Right.
So I had to make up for that. And in the midst of, did y'all see the way he looked during the meeting?
Yeah.
I fully understand why.
He was up all night.
He just got home.
Wow.
At 3 o'clock probably, because he a host. So if I got home last night at 4:30, they was still jamming.
Yeah.
That mean he get home about 6.
Yeah.
Hey, dope girl. Tressa said, morning, dope people.
Good morning, Tressa.
Good morning.
What's going on,
Dope
Monique?
girl is responsible for my brown sugar. Y'all see that brown sugar? Y'all get with her. She creates these, my brown sugar.
What do you do at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the club?
I don't even know. I can't even remember.
When that time hit, you see on your watch, like, what go through your mind?
Me and Monique was trying to drive. She said it. She's like, girl, no, we're not doing that. We're going to stay up. I'm like, I'm going to drop it. We're going to stay up. She said, oh, I'm going to stay up. Oh, I'm telling you, I got I'm like, man, yeah, you can't. I ain't gonna say you can't, because I know some 50-year-olds who still got it. Them Megan, they got them Megan
Stallion.
But this one over here, they ain't got it.
But they smell like Bengay, like perfume. You can have the Megan Thee Stallion.
They put Bengay on the back of their knees.
Like oil. Come on.
But I don't have no problems. I put on I don't wear heels, but I wear some wedges in a heartbeat. But I tiptoe. I was tiptoeing, like, okay, I'm gonna go on and make it. Shoot, I got
all of a sudden, boom.
Even Chef, he was like, you want to get on? And them wasn't like heels. So he already knew I got a pair of shoes in the car. Boom, take them off, because when I get home, I got to walk through the parking lot and downstairs. Right. No, I'll go barefoot. No. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I made it. I
made it. I can say I did that.
Tressa said, when I buy heels, I buy flats to match. Yep.
See, we can't do that. We can't bust out the Nike flip flops in the middle of the club.
No. They're gonna be looking at you weird.
What? Yeah, man, my feet hurt, man. It's 1 o'clock.
Oh, man, I cannot.
Vanetta, what you know about those Central Station days?
Vanetta's the original AT alien.
She's saying a lot with that statement.
She's a
Central Station. Alien. Nobody got home before 10 a.m. the next day. We were still clubbing at 7.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. You was at the Waffle House to 10 a.m.
Man, what you talking about?
Yes.
Waffle House or Crystals?
Yes, one of the two.
Wow.
Be in the parking lot.
Yeah. Coming home from Vegas nights. I used to do Vegas nights.
Yeah, I did Vegas nights too.
So I would drive all the way. When I look back now, I was driving all the way from Riverdale to over here in Cobb.
Mm-hmm. I used to love to be in the middle of the street.
Man, but we'll go to that Waffle House and I'll be, okay, we're going to truck it on over down Highway 85.
We're telling our ages by naming certain clubs.
Because
if you from here, you hear the names that we're giving you, you're like, oh my God.
My joint. What?
Vegas night, SO, Central Station, prime time.
I retired my knees, my meg knees at 40. You ain't never lied, girl.
Right. That's a good age.
I am staying in my lane. Tangeray's, girl, plush land. Tangeray's. You know what? I can't remember. I didn't go. Yeah, I did go to Tangeray's one time, couple times. But I was,
what you doing? Never mind.
Yeah, she an original AT alien too. Do we have any more original AT aliens?
No, but they're getting ready to name some stuff that's going to make you think they are. It's really,
they're
going to name some clubs.
Well, these are original AT aliens. Vanetta, Plush Lab, Janice.
No, I know, but I'm saying the ones that have been here for ages, but not really from here.
Yeah. Well, if you've been here past, if you came in here in the 90s, you good.
Yeah, I've been here since 98.
Yeah, you good. You good. But if you came in like 2021.
Yeah, you're not from. You don't know enough.
From here.
You don't know enough.
If you can't, no, you're not.
If you can't look at one building or a club and give at least 3 names that club has been, you haven't been here long enough.
Yeah, the one. Vanetta said the one on top of Old Nat Al.
Oh yes.
If you don't know nothing about Old National, don't sit yourself down somewhere.
I'm trying to tell you. Go and get you a Big Daddy's meal on Old National.
Monique said White Castles was a spot in New York.
Oh yeah, White Castles is a crystal in New York.
Yeah, I love White Castles when we go to St. Louis and Chicago. I love White Castles. You've got mail messages from him.
Yeah.
I am your girl, Tashawn. I got Tank the Sports Guard. I got Ghost. I got the Green Machine.
Yep.
We're missing DJ Johnny Prince and Farmer Wayne. They are working.
Yes, indeed.
Working. What you say? Cascade Freaknik came right through it by Kroger. Oh, this is Chef L. Yeah, you're right. Yep. He's from ATL. What you mean? That's your spot, my chef. What you mean? Which one is your spot? Yeah, you like that Old National. I'm gonna have to go on and pull up. Old National. I know what Old National was. You shouldn't have said that. I'm about to pull. Well, he know I ain't gonna pull up because I ain't about to drive on no Old National.
Old National ain't that bad no more.
It ain't.
Nah, not like that.
It ain't crowded no more.
It's still crowded, but it ain't bad like that.
Do they still have their bikes? They ride their bikes.
Yeah. You know, Old National is the meetup spot.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're really an ATL, and when you're not afraid to go on that.
That's right. 96.
Yeah. Everybody like, why you going?
Cause just going to see the bike.
Yeah, I like the bike.
Not just that. There's some cool clubs. Some cool.
It's a lot of cool clubs. Yeah. There's a lot of cool clubs.
Y'all still going to Crow's Nest? That used to be my club too. That's the old
I think they just renamed Crow's Nest.
Crow, Mr. Crow.
Yeah.
My mom used to love Crow's Nest and Mr. and Mrs. Crow back in the day. That was a spot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's all good.
So we're gonna go ahead and transition. We got a special guest in the building.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring her on in. Yeah, them Grady babies hit a little different. Y'all Grady babies.
Yeah, they hit different.
They hit different.
Their hospital says it all. It's a trauma hospital.
Oh, you about to get
trauma center.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
they had a lot of trauma that they had to deal with.
Oh, y'all. He talking about y'all Grady babies.
They know they special.
Hey, Glenn.
No, it's from place to place because hey, what's up, big dog Glenn? At home, it's called the charity hospital system.
Yes.
Like you know that this is the black hospital system that you're gonna be born in.
Facts.
Hey. So you got mail messages from him. I am your girl, your host, Tushan, and I have my friends in the building. Indeed. And we have a special guest with us today. Coach Val, how you doing, Coach?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, where you?
Echo.
You got an echo. Do I mute her?
Nah, don't mute her.
Okay.
Keep talking. Everything's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I hear echo.
Do you still hear echo?
Nope.
Okay, gotcha. Coach Val, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. We got a lot to talk about because I am interested in hearing your story. Mm-hmm. I need to know this. So I'm going to read a brief bio. Hold on, y'all. All right. So Coach Val. Coach Val is a former ABL player, WNBA player, and Stanford All-American. She is also a two-time NCAA champion and represented USA basketball on several occasions. She is committed to youth development through sport and serves on the National Advisory Board for the Positive Coaching Alliance. Former WNBA player and Stanford All-American Coach Val has turned to TikTok to inspire young athletes. The mother of 3 boys has a legion of young fans from TikTok around the world that she offers tips and shares her story of battling low self-esteem and bipolar depression. I want to inspire boys and girls who are suffering in silence that there is help out there, said Coach Val. Coach Val, welcome to You've Got Mail Messages from Him. Wow.
Yes, welcome.
Yes.
WNBA player. I need your autograph.
NCAA champion.
Right, please send your autograph over
and
here.
She played for Stanford.
Right.
That's my favorite women's basketball team.
Really?
Yes.
So tell us more, because that was just a little snippet. I know you are so much great. Tell us who Coach Val really is. Who is Coach Val?
Coach Val is just a player from Wilmington, Delaware that went out to California and did some big things. I'm actually a mom of 2 boys. I don't know why my publicist keep adding like 1 kid in me. I only got 2 kids. Don't give me no more. I got enough. One's 20 and one's 16, and that's enough for me. But yeah, I always had a passion for inspiring young people. I struggled with bullying growing up, with low confidence, and basketball was my way of building myself up. And sports did a lot for me, and I just believe in the power of sports. And that's all what I'm all about. I'm happy my kids play. I'm happy that I had a chance to play, and I always recommend anyone to try sport, no matter what age you are.
I agree.
Now, how long did you play?
Professionally?
Yeah.
I played professionally for 8 years. So when I graduated from college, that was like 93. There was no women's basketball here in the United States. So I had to go overseas, and that was in Italy, Israel, and Brazil. And then basketball came here in the way of the American Basketball League, which is the ABL. And I played in that league for 2.5 years. Halfway through the third year, the league folded, and then we all went to the WNBA. So at one time, the WNBA and the ABL were happening at the same time. And honestly, the WNBA is kind of what put the ABL out of business. The ABL at that time had the better players. They paid us six figures during the basketball, the regular basketball season, like a full season, not just a 10-week season like in the WNBA. So I went from making like 125, 135 for 6 months to making 30,000 in the WNBA.
Really?
So but you got the NBA behind the WNBA. It's a big marketing, so it's a trade-off there. But honestly, I feel some kind of way about the WNBA sometimes. And I'm like, they put the ABL was an amazing league. I was one of the founding players. It was all about the women. We weren't second seat to anybody. And so I have mixed feelings about playing in a WNBA.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I want to talk. I want to talk about that, but I want to talk about your movement. TikTok. First of all, I love TikTok, but I just can't get it. Like my niece won't even try to teach me like the little moves, and I'd be like, I can.
You just got to play with it.
I'm tired of playing with TikTok. I ain't got that much time. Like I can do the wall, and now it's the other. I'm like, come on, y'all. Can't we just go back to the old school dances? But you use TikTok for your advantage, and tell us about what's going on with you and how you use TikTok to inspire the youth.
First of all, when I do my dances, they're all old school. So I'm still doing this.
Right.
I can't do that new stuff.
Right.
So I got on there because I had lost my job in my business because of COVID. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Let me go back to TikTok. My son kicked me to the curb. He used to help me. He kicked me to the curb. So I had to do it all by myself. And I saw that a lot of female athletes are being bullied on TikTok. They'll be showing their basketball skills or their soccer skills, and boys be in the comments saying, stay in the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
Oh, wow.
And I would go in the comments and hype them up. And so I dedicated my whole page to hyping up the female athlete. I call myself the hype woman for the female athlete. And that's how it all got started. So I just started putting female-centric content on TikTok and some regular general as well. I have male followers as well, but that's pretty much how I got started.
So wait a minute, Coach Val. I didn't know that they were still bullying females on TikTok. I know I see some. There was one female athlete. I forgot what she did, but she has muscles and everything, and I saw them doing like a like she was so strong or something like that. But I didn't think about the comments. So they're actually still bullying the females on here. Are you serious?
It's crazy. It was eye-opening. I had no idea how bad it was. Actually, until I started getting bullied myself and
really
harassed. Yeah, these kids crazy. Like I know, like in the street, they're not gonna walk up to me, right? You're not gonna but on the screen, they're all big and bad. So they're telling me to stay in the kitchen. They're calling me the N-word. I got hacked. My account they hacked me, sold my account. Boys threatened to swat me, and they send SWAT to your house.
Yeah.
Me put my private information, like my address, my phone number up. I had to threaten to come to my house. I had to get the police involved. What else did I do? Oh, they would edit my Wikipedia page, put crazy stuff on that. First of all, I'm like, why do you have all this time? Don't you have school?
Right, exactly.
And secondly, why do you care so much? And that's when I said, I got to keep going because clearly I'm doing something, because you don't have haters and you really probably not making any waves. And I drew a lot of haters. I just kept preaching my message of female empowerment and telling the girls to hang in there. And what kept me going was a lot of the comments I would get from young ladies, Coach Val, I was going to quit basketball. Coach Val, thank you for talking about your mental illness. I'm alive because of you. I didn't give up. You know, you inspired me. So that's what keeps me going, because it was rough there for a while.
Wow. I really, and Tressa even said, I knew, you know of bullying.
Right.
But I didn't know that boys and men were still targeting female athletes. Like, I thought we had evolved and like, literally. Are you serious?
Yeah, and most of these boys probably got cut from the YMCA league.
Right. That's a fact. Flex on them. That's a fact.
She said the YMCA.
They don't even tuck their elbow on their jump shot.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's very sad and scary, and it makes you think, like, how many girls have actually quit playing sports because of this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so what is your message on there? Like, what I know you said that you talked about mental illness and bipolar, the mental illness, depression, and all of that. So is this what you address on your TikTok?
I address a lot of different things. I'll talk about my mental illness. Sometimes, a lot of times, I make fun of myself. I'll talk about like, I've been that player that's been a starter, but also been that player that's been the last player off the bench that goes in with 30 seconds to go when your team's up by 30. So I'll do different scenarios, point of views, and give motivational messages. Keep grinding. Your time's going to come. I also teach confidence. I have a confidence boot camp actually tomorrow, and a lot of the DMs and the comments I get are girls and boys, mostly girls though, struggling for confidence. So just different tips about how to keep your confidence up. And I'll throw a dance in here and there. And I'll talk about current events, like yesterday with the whole NCAA women's thing with the food and the weight room and the swag bag. I mean, that was just crazy. I did a TikTok about that. I mean, I don't know if you saw the food. Like
no, what happened?
So the women and the men, they're in bubbles. And the men's NCAA, they got this giant weight room, and their food is like this elaborate buffet, and the swag bag was like all this stuff. And then you cut to the women, and they got their food is like, I saw a plate was like some string beans, some baked beans, which came from a can, and some dried chicken. And it was like a little, it was like a microwave meal. Their swag bag was like 6 items. It was really bad. In the weight room was like some dumbbells. It looked like the NCAA men consulted with Coach Val, and the women, they consult with like some retired aerobic instructors. That's exactly what it looked like. So it's like a big uproar. Like Steph Curry spoke out about it, Sue Bird, and different WNBA players as well. And it's just show the inequality between how men's sports is seen versus women's. And people say, well, what about the money that they bring in? Well, they're college athletes. They should be. They're not pros. They're amateurs.
Right.
They should be treated equally. And I'm thinking about those young girls that this is their first time going to the big dance. They probably think that's normal. Oh yeah, let's try cooking. That's what's up. But I'm glad a lot of girls spoke out. And like one TikToker, Sedona Prince, that's how it blew up. She did a TikTok and showed the food and the weight room and the practice court and all that. And that's how it blew up on social media. You look at the pictures, you guys would be shocked.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Really?
It was bad. It was real bad. It was a classic example of how women in sports have been asking for fair treatment for the past years. And this was a perfect example of it. I mean, the weight room, if I put 6 or 7 dumbbells in the middle of the floor, go for it. Go for it. The men had everything. Water track, you name it, wall to wall. I mean, it's like you were at your college training for the next season. You had everything available.
But see, we gotta attack that like we attack everything else.
Absolutely,
because that's just not right.
So how does I was never an athlete because I was just always that prissy girl. I played volleyball. I love volleyball, but I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you wear the booty shorts?
No, I did. But, you know, I was that girl who was like, "Oh, that ball just hit my hand in my head,"
serious?
and I'm just like, "I am." This is not
and the way
for
she
me.
holding her hand, it look like she would do that.
My dad tried to get me into sports. He was like, "Play," but I was the dancer. I love dance. I took dance and piano, but the sports, yeah. But you know, y'all, I give y'all props. So y'all running and y'all got scars and stuff, you know, like hooping, and I love watching y'all play, but that was just never me. But you know, but so how does that, when you talk about the mental illness, because I can almost imagine that doing something to you as a, you know, we're already dealing with a lot as females, but in a male dominant sport, and you talk about, is this associated with the mental illness, with the bipolar and depression? Was that associated with playing basketball?
Yeah, it's funny because it's not funny.
Wow.
It's interesting because it's a sport that brings you so much joy. It was like a love-hate relationship with it. And a lot of it came down was I was way too hard on myself, too many high expectations, and I tell kids this, you got to celebrate your small wins. I didn't celebrate my small wins. I was always on to the next thing. So my first season in the WNBA was like 1999, and I actually was on and off. I have no idea what triggered it, but I was always on and off the injured reserve because of depression. Like I didn't want to play in games. I would not want to go to practice. I would stay in the bed. And then I ended up taking the whole season off the next year because of it. When you have bipolar, you don't really, I'm undiagnosed, first of all. When you have bipolar, you don't really know that you have it until someone tells you have it. Because when you play sports, you want to be, that edge is good for you.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's a good edge to have. Like you don't notice it. Okay, I got a game, I'm hyped. I got practice, I'm hyped. So you only notice the lows, you don't necessarily notice the highs. But yeah, I think there are a lot of kids out there that put a lot of pressure on themselves and their parents as well. And they go into depression over their sport if they're not performing. And people think, oh, it's just sports. Why is it so serious? But that, like me, unfortunately, that was my whole identity. And that's not a good thing, but that's what it was.
Wow. You've got mail messages from him. We are live in the studio. We have former WNBA player, Coach Val, and she is here just talking to us about what is actually going on. And I had some idea, but really not that idea that men and boys are still bullying female athletes. Like that it's 2021. Like
the standards are different. I mean, they set this, like it's noticeably different. It's noticeably different. I have a daughter who loves sports, and it is a different standard, and it's a shame because some of these girls are just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys. It's like pride.
Yeah.
Refuses to let you she's a better athlete because the word she is in it.
Right. And the only thing you put an S in front of he.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter is 15 and she's a skateboarder.
Wow.
She loves to skate. I mean, and it's weird because we live in one of them neighborhoods we're talking about, and you see this young black queen on her skateboard, just skating for a couple hours, and people actually come out the house just to look at her like,
really,
she's an anomaly. I'm like, you know what? No, she just loves sports. I mean, we as blacks, we've loved sports since the hula hoop.
Well, and you're a sports person. Right. You played.
And the cool part about it is, and I want you to talk about this, Coach. The coaches that I had in my life as a teenager helped me because as a young man, you know, without a dad, there was holes that were there.
Right.
Talk about how as athletes, we praise these young men, but we don't look at their mental health.
Right.
We ignore. Nobody wants to know that their favorite player may be a little off or has mental issues. To the team, it damages them. Talk about how unhealthy that is because no one wants to address. I mean, we'll sit there and want to pay men and show differences between the men and the women, but we don't address the real issues that are going on, and that when they do seep out, and I'm AK Deshaun Watson, nobody knew that maybe this demon had been brewing inside. Because we knew one thing, right behind Patrick Mahomes, he's number 2 in the NFL.
Right.
One of the best young quarterbacks out there. We can get into a 10-year deal. We good.
Yeah.
But we're not looking at the fact that is there some mental illness? This young man grew up living in his car.
Right.
This young man grew up but with some, I mean, let's be real, some hard times.
Yeah.
Knowing what it means to be poor, and now you give him $156 million. Mentally, have you sat there and said, "Hey, if you talk to somebody,
Yeah.
to find out if there are some demons brewing, because them demons get bigger and bolder when you add money to it."
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you talk? How do you address that, Coach Val?
I think it has to be at the youngest age. Like, we have to get at the grassroots level. Well, first of all, in the Black community, we hide that stuff. We don't.
Right.
You know,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You know, grandma had a nervous breakdown. I mean, that's what
Yeah, that's what we
or prayed away. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm a Christian, so I'm not
Right. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think it has to be talk to our boys, our men at, when they. It's okay to cry, right? Don't do that man up. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show vulnerability.
Right.
There's certain injuries you just can't play through, and that's what is expected of athletes. They're supposed to be warriors. There are superheroes that we look up to on TV, and we expect them to play through, the sprained ankle, and we expect them to play through the sore knee. And then if they're feeling a little sad, well, suck it up. Play through it. You're making millions of dollars anyway. What do you got to be sad about? What do you got to be depressed about? So I think it's really also about culturally how we look at our athletes, and then also how we raise our children as boys. And I have boys, and I encourage them to. And my boys I got 164, 166. And I encourage them to express their feelings. It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
It's okay to, be sad about something. It's okay to be angry.
Yeah.
But you have to nurture that, so when they become men, that they don't think something's wrong with them, and they bottle it up and hold it all in, and then it's a big explosion. I don't know.
I don't remember even seeing, and I don't know, other athletes coming forth about this topic of mental illness or whatnot. Everything that you all are saying, and now I'm thinking like they have an injury and they keep going and they keep going, but they never sit back and address the how it's really affecting. Because I always wonder, I'm like, he just busted his knee and he's not going to be able to play for a year or whatever, or she just had, but no one addresses that. Is that something that athletes choose not to address, or is advised not to address while playing?
Advised not to. Imagine being labeled as damaged goods.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of his name, but there's a defensive end out of Minnesota. He had been playing for the Vikings for years, and they just discovered the last 2 years he's had mental illness. So it went from being first of all, if you know anything about football, if you get 9 to 10 sacks per year at the defensive end spot, you are a top player.
Wow.
They shipped him off to Dallas because of his mental illness. He couldn't play for about 7 weeks. It was about maybe a year ago, right before COVID. And it's amazing how the stigma for this player changed, or the sticker changed once he admitted, I struggle with bipolar disorder.
Wow.
I mean, he said he felt better when he admitted it to his teammates.
Yeah.
But then the team all of a sudden cuts you because you admit that you struggle with something and have a problem.
Wow.
And that's a message to me that's being sent over years.
Yeah.
I mean, years.
The world we live in.
Some of the best athletes that we've had. Pass rusher from San Francisco, went to Dallas, won a championship with Dallas. He, even to this day, he tells, hey, I struggle with mental illness every day.
So,
every day.
Coach Val, how did you address that when you dealt with bipolar, and did you tell your teammates or friends or whatnot? How did you deal with it?
I didn't tell anybody till 2020.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
So you've been dealing with this since you've been playing.
No one knew until I did one TikTok, and I told them about why people want to know your stats. Why were your stats like that at WNBA? And I just said what's wrong with me. And after I retired from the WNBA, I actually even had 3 hospitalizations, psych hospitalizations. I didn't really get fully diagnosed until 2011. Struggle with it because you don't want to think about taking medicine for the rest of your life. And then 2020, just I'm just gonna come out and say it. How they take it, how they take it.
So describe to us, what was your day like dealing with this? What was your day dealing? Because that's a lot. I mean, I dealt with depression, and being an educator, you have to put on that brave face and you go ahead and do. But how did you deal with that? What was your days like? What were your days like?
Well, when I was really deep into it, I was a parent of my kids were like maybe 10 and 6. And that was hard. Like I didn't want to be a mom anymore. I just wanted to stay in the bed, eat Butterfingers. And think. And when you get admitted to a psych hospital, you are harmed to yourself. So I mean, suicidal thoughts. So that was going on in my mind. Why am I even here? Do I even, the pain was so much. I just wanted to put myself out of the pain. And that's when I hear somebody who commits suicide, I know exactly what they're going through. Yeah. It hurts so much. You just want to put yourself out, get yourself out of the pain. So that was my days. When I was, and my bipolar it's called bipolar 2. It's not like the bipolar where you go and spend money and you have risky behaviors. It's more like mood swings. Yeah. So it's rapid mood swings. So then I'll be the next, the next few hours just moody and snapping at my kids, right? Yeah. Wow. And they don't know what's going on. Right. Right. It's all their fault. So that's how a day was for me. And now I know my triggers, like being fatigued, not getting enough sleep, for example, stress. But then I didn't really know what was going on until I got admitted to a hospital.
Wow. And then you said you dealt with low self-esteem. How? You're in the WNBA. You're all-star. Like, how did you have low self-esteem?
It started from when I was getting bullied a lot when I was in middle school. Just for how I looked, either too tall, too dark, too smart, whatever, too shy. And I had my own personal bully. So back in the day, there was a game called Donkey Kong, and it was like the gorilla would save the princess, and that was he would call me that. So anytime I walk into a room, he yell out Donkey Kong, and so I started to think that was me, and I thought I was hideous. And then it was 7th grade, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to try out for cheerleading. That's what all the cool girls do. Maybe my bullying will stop." So I tried out, didn't make it, got cut, and then my math teacher said, "Come out for basketball." That's how I got started playing basketball. Okay. It was all kind of because I got cut from cheerleading, but being 6 feet and a cheerleader just didn't really. I don't see too many 6-foot cheerleaders. Yeah. So the whole bullying just kind of stuck with me for a long time, and I don't know how to explain it. You got your parents saying, "Hey, you're beautiful." They're just dumb, the bullies, but you don't believe what your parents say, right? Yeah. And then coupled with the fact that I never got any attention from the opposite sex. So I'm like, well, maybe they are right. So that's how I struggled with my self-esteem. I always felt powerful on the court, but off the court, I never really felt like that.
Wow. And so with you inspiring the youth, what is your message to them? Like, I know you're using TikTok, but do you feel like it's hard now to convey that message because again, I knew bullying was going on, but I really just didn't. I thought maybe we were progressing. Like I really didn't think that the boys, and that's a learned behavior, because somewhere you're learning to bully other folks or whatever. But I just really didn't think that. But do you think your message is getting across to the female athletes? Are they learning to embrace themselves? Because hey, female athletes are the bomb. Yes, y'all, because y'all know we women, we the one. We the bomb.
This you got male.
This you've got male, but who's the host of this show though?
But I'm just saying.
Oh, female. That's right.
But I'm just saying.
Do you think your message is getting across to the female athletes?
I think it is because I'm getting the comments. I get comments from parents. I get comments from coaches. And I get comments from, keep up the good work. Don't stop what you're doing. It's making a difference.
Yeah.
So that's and sometimes it's a simple video of showing Fran Believe. She's from Stanford. She dunks. She has crazy hops, and a lot of times I highlight her or highlight different female athletes doing something because no one else really is highlighting female athletes.
No, they don't. You're right. They don't.
No,
they don't. We barely talk about that. Even in school when we're doing sports, sports history, or we're highlighting, it's never a female athlete up there. Or if it is, it's someone from our past, but they're not acknowledging, the future or the present. And that's very sad to me. Because and so that brings me to the next question. What do you think about these? How do you feel about the memes comparing Sue Bird and LeBron James?
How do you feel about that? I saw that. That like broke the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, they both have the same years in the league and the championships and disparity between the salaries. But even Sue Bird would say that the WNBA is a business and they're not yet at the level of the NBA with regards to revenue. So, and she spoke on that meme. I actually saw an interview on that, and she said from there, she didn't even create the meme, but she got like backlash on her Twitter account for that, like she created it. But
okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no, I think it's amazing. First of all, I was like surprised LeBron made that much for winning, but the second,
I'm like,
but we're not there as a league. We're I think that the WNBA is ahead of what the NBA was at 25 years.
Yeah,
but we're not there yet where the NBA is. So I mean that meme to me just caused more. It was interesting and insightful, but it caused more division in my opinion.
Yeah.
And see, Coach, I'm glad you said that, and I know Coach Jarvis probably thinking the same thing, but a lot of people don't understand. You have to go to the games and support these teams in order for them to make the money.
That was going to be my next question. How do we make
support.
The WNBA?
That's it. Support.
Okay.
The NBA, because of the support they get, that's how they got that money. The contracts, it's the support factor, and that's the only thing. So let's be real. Someone needs to take control of the marketing for the WNBA the same way they did it for the NBA and the NFL.
You're correct.
And took it to the
next level.
Now the NFL don't have to worry about nothing till 2033.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
And there was a brother in the mind that was sitting in the room with them, with Roger Goodell, them thinking of them deals. And some sisters. So get the same marketing teams, because that's the only difference between women's sports and men.
The only
marketing.
Difference. That's it. Because the marketing gonna bring in the dollars.
Exactly.
Because I was just telling my husband with the new owner of the Atlanta Dream, I said, you know what? I'm going to support, because I've always wanted to support WNBA. But you're right. It's not marketed out there, so we don't see it. We don't know the schedules and all that. And that's no excuse because we're grown people. We know what we want to do. But I was like, you know what? Because the new owner is an African-American woman, I say, you know what? I'm going to make an effort to support the WNBA, my home team, Atlanta Dream, and make that, because that's why I'm wondering, like, why isn't the WNBA popular up there? Is basketball to me?
You got to be a real fan. Like I'm a real fan, so I watch the WNBA and go to the games. But if you're not a real fan, you're not gonna go. But a male basketball game, you'll go just to have a beer, just to watch them run up and down the court. And you're not even a real fan. Do that for the women.
Just to have the camera flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that for the women.
And then while you sitting there talking trash to a grown man at his job and he embarrass you, you want to complain.
Right.
It's a double standard. It is.
Yeah, it is.
TV contracts are one of the few things that can be the same, because you can spread that digital money
around.
Same thing. But you have to want to, and business-wise, you have to make them see that it is viable. It is important, just as well as the men's.
Yeah. Coach Val, when did you retire?
2002.
Okay. Wow.
How old are you guys?
Huh?
36.
41.
I'm 49.
46.
I'm 49.
We're the same age. I'm 49. I'm about to be 49.
Yeah. That's it. These are years.
Yeah, these are years.
These are years.
Yeah, everybody in their 40s except for Gerber. It's all good. It's all good. I'm sorry.
The baby over there.
Yeah, the baby. The baby.
Hey, don't get mad at me because I'm a Gerber graduate. Okay, it's okay. Did you get to play with the legendary Dawn Staley by chance? Because I know you, Wilmington, Delaware. I got to ask from my, Philadelphia tri-state area.
Beast.
Yeah, she was a beast. North Philly all day.
Wait, so you're from North Philly?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
I think that's where my mom is from too. I live in Delaware, so I play with Dawn. I'm in Seattle now. I play with Dawn for AAU, for the Philadelphia Bells, and then in USA basketball, just different teams and tryouts. Right. She's the best point guard I ever played with.
Facts.
She's amazing.
Facts.
So how many teams are there in the WNBA?
12.
How many? It's 12 teams?
I think it is 12.
It is 12.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of those teams have been moving around. It's not the original like it was back, when they first came into the existence.
They be balling too. You
got for real.
They really hoop.
Yeah, y'all, yeah.
And it's fundamental hooping. It's not any
the basic skills levels are a whole lot better.
A whole lot better.
Yeah.
If I want to see fundamental basketball, I'm looking at the WNBA.
You can actually watch the plays, the defensive strategies, and all that take place in the WNBA game. Right. If you're a sports head.
Okay.
You can actually see a boxing one.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I thought. When the trolls on my TikTok account, the young boys are saying, well, it's boring. Nobody dunks. I want to see flashy plays. So that's what they're saying. And then there are actually accounts, like there's a Instagram account called WNBA Films. It's dedicated to lowlights. So any bloopers that happen at WNBA, it shows that. And that's where kids are getting that's the impression kids are getting from
really.
That account. So they see that and they come to my account. Well, all you guys do is miss open layups. All you guys do is shoot air balls. And so that's the message that's put out there.
Really?
That's what kids are seeing. And there's YouTube channels as well dedicated to trashing the WNBA. Just bloopers.
Wow.
Who do you think are behind those accounts?
Somebody who got scored on by 32 by a girl and has traumatized them to this day. Their soul. I mean, it irks their soul every time a female pick up a ball. They crossover, ain't that right?
Oh, they took them dancing. They was weak at the knees.
You was on skates at Cascade on the basketball court, and she showed you how.
Wow.
They got turned down at prom.
I've had a girl school me on the court. I wasn't offended.
Really? Are you serious? You wasn't offended at all? Okay.
I grew up. I was raised by my grandma.
Right.
Who played baseball.
Right.
And knew how to swing a bat. Believe that. Believe that. I trust me. I got much respect for the
Don't drop that elbow.
Ever.
Wow.
So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have to understand that girls, skill wise in basketball, are amazing. I mean,
I see some
basic dribbling.
I'd be like, oh, I wish I could do that, but I got my nails.
Dude,
so,
we get to the athletic, we're athletic enough. I can just glide. No. They call it a travel.
I be watching them like on the YouTubes and whatever. Like they are a beast. Like they just be dunking. They be up and down the court. And I'm always just like commenting. I'm making sure that I comment. Because again, I do know that female athletes, especially the girls, need that encouragement and whatnot. But them jokers be dunking and swing. I be like, that's right, girl power. I'm just really amazed. And I guess I keep saying that because again, I know some levels of bullying. I, have experienced bullying, but I just still to this day didn't think it's 2021 and y'all are still hurt like that. Like y'all still y'all feeling.
Brittany Grinder.
I'm about to say Brittany
will do you. Woo.
And she
will take off from the free throw line.
And she aggressive enough with it.
And so when you get mad because she just dunked on you with two hands,
she'll be ready to hit.
And she gonna look at you like, what? And you're gonna change your whole vernacular and attitude towards that situation.
Fact.
I ain't saying nothing.
So, Coach Val, were you the only female athlete in your family?
My sister played a little bit of Division II basketball.
Okay.
But both my parents played. My dad played some college, and my mom played high school. Back when she played, it was 3-on-3 half court. Like there was 6 people at one half court. They played 3-on-3, and then there's another half court. It's kind of like they didn't think women were able to exert themselves full court, so they played 3 on each side. And,
okay.
But the funny part is my parents never pushed back. I think if I was a boy, they would have pushed basketball on me, but they didn't.
Really?
They didn't. Yeah. My parents were like sexist. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
They never. But once I took an interest in basketball, my dad would wake me up every morning on the weekends at 6 a.m. and take me out to ball and have me playing with grown men and stuff. And I remember one play where I was still learning and getting used to my body, and it was game point, and I went up, got an offensive rebound, and put the layup back in, and this guy bounced off of me and fell, and he was like, "That's not a girl, that's a man," and I was like, oh, that shook my soul. You know, I'm 13 years old, struggling with my identity, still getting bullied at school, and someone says that to me. So even back then, same old stuff. You get shook, and that's the reaction.
Right.
Instead of saying good game, that's what you went.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this, and you don't have to answer, but I saw article, and I don't know if it was this year or from a couple of years ago, but there's an athlete. He's transgender, and he is large, but he's on the female basketball team. What are y'all thoughts on that?
You got to be careful, but I'm against it. And
I'm against it too.
Because
she is huge.
It doesn't change the athleticism.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the physical and chemical balance that
on that basketball team
that these girls will never have.
Yeah.
It doesn't change it. Like, and then the ultimate thing is, I got a daughter. I don't want him in the bathroom with my daughter.
Right.
Yeah. So you're thinking
this is my thing. I understand people mentally actually feel that way, but you have those who are going to use it to game with.
Yeah.
So what happens when the same guy? Because remember, we have to be equal.
Yeah.
If this is how you feel, this is how you feel.
Right.
So this is how I feel. I'm a 6'1" grown, 280-pound man in a skirt. But are you comfortable in the bathroom with me?
Yeah.
As a woman, are you really comfortable with this grown man next to you?
If she knows that you a grown man first.
Because sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes you can't hide it.
You can't.
Yeah.
When your Adam's apple look like you make
like
an
a
apple
whole
pie,
baseball stuck in your throat.
You can't hide that. Or you got a beard.
She has a huge advantage over the other team, right? When she is playing
physically and older.
Well, what team is this? I'm curious.
I don't know which college team it is.
It's a college team.
I just know the colors were light blue. And
to me, I understand equality, and we want to make everybody feel inclusive and comfortable. But I do not want my women, and I say this to all women, because I think that trying to get them respected and established is enough without adding a physical factor into it. You can't tell me that these women are going to feel comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
Knowing that there's a grown man in the stall. That's supposed to be a secure place for you as a female for a moment to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
How dare we invade that?
Yeah.
And force it on people.
Yeah. Because that's what I don't like.
A
huge, she's a huge figure. And look at when they had all of them lined up. I mean, like, huge.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just wondering, like, her playing against other teams.
You see how you can't identify?
Yeah, because I don't
say him or her.
Yeah,
you struggle.
And I don't want to say
put a label on.
It's not an E.
To put a label.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I think trans women, athletes are women. I understand. I have mixed feelings about whether it's an advantage or not. I know that.
Monique said he's 50 playing with college kids. So he's 50 now.
50? Yeah. I don't understand that.
50.
He went back to college
he
went to and he's playing.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Let's be for real.
Come on
now. She's 50 with college. Okay.
Come on now, come on now. He about the age of Colonel Sanders. Come on.
I forgot what team, but I knew it. It was circulating, and that was the big debate and whatnot. Because again, she's huge. And I think she was a former athlete, from my understanding.
I see that. Because you're supposed to go on.
Oh, they said he played professional ball before.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he played
college if you play professional.
Yeah.
He played as a man, not as a woman.
Correct.
Yeah.
And due to the new laws.
So due to the new laws, he can go back and play as a female because technically his identity has changed.
Yeah.
Yes. Go. Yeah. We do that. We take that lump and swallow it.
Yeah.
Because I get equality. I'm for equality. Yeah. But again, when we start to make our women feel even more unprotected,
right?
Because, and I'm sorry to bring it like that, to bring the negative out, but you're going to have somebody that's going to put on a skirt just to get into the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
You're going to have somebody that has issues that's going to do that to get in there to assault a female. So if they aren't protected in a bathroom,
right.
So you're looking at it as from safety.
Yeah, I never thought about it from that.
I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I look at it as a man, I was naturally selected to be a man.
Yeah.
I have strength, power over, I mean, that women don't have.
Yeah.
So if I know I can physically make you do or bend you to my will, how fair is that to take a place that's supposed to be secure for you and say, hey, you know what? I have to let everybody. No, it's at some point, I understand equality, but we can't take everything that's quote unquote straight and make it crooked to fit the times. Yeah. We have to leave some things alone.
So take away from the bathroom. I get that. What about overall trans women participating in the sports with, because even with the track, I think there was an incident with the track. There were some trans women who beat the other females in track.
Unfair.
Okay, just flip it. Put a woman who wants to play ball in the NBA because she wants to be a man. It's a lot of them. Brittany Griner is one.
Put them in the NFL.
Put them in the NFL.
There's a girl right now that plays corner for college.
Exactly. Yeah. You're gonna. I just don't indoctrinate me. I understand you can feel how you want to feel, but don't indoctrinate me with that. You got to separate some stuff. That's what's wrong. It's no foundation. There's no culture. We have to establish some kind of culture, some kind of standard. And the thing is, you can't be on the fence with it. It's either going to be all the way or not at all.
Because I could see the bullying increasing with that whole.
Yes.
Exactly.
But the thing is this: when you are, and I get it, but you have some people that feel it should be. Everything can't be equal.
Yeah.
Because as a man, the way I take a hit. And as this female is going to take one is totally different. Her body might explode.
Yeah.
If you see some of the plays in some of the picks that are set in basketball now.
Yes.
You do that to a female, people are going to start crying. But why are you crying when she wanted to play and actually went to court to make sure she could play and play at the level that you play it as a man?
Right.
I mean, let's be real. Some of these guys, when they come around that corner on that sweep, these guards ain't looking to be nice and shake your hand.
No, they're not.
They're looking to, literally put you out the game and show your mama I put you out.
Monique said she sent the article. Her name is Gabrielle.
The college is Mission College in California.
How tall is she?
Lord.
She 50.
I know, 50.
50.
It's a whole lot wrong with that. First of all, you 50.
It hit hard at 50.
Well, it ain't nothing wrong with 50.
No. But I want to play with some 19-year-olds, though.
Hey, you just had a whole conversation about the big stag in the knees at 50 now. Come on now.
50. So what?
You ain't made it to 50
We're going to take out the age.
But do we think there's something wrong with a 50-year-old want to play with some 19-year-olds?
Yeah,
but I think maybe Gabriella wanted to fulfill her dream. I mean, I don't understand.
Play professional
she did.
Ball.
Yeah, exactly.
She did.
She came back. He came back as a she to play with. I mean, it's just certain things that's red flag.
First of all, when
like, what do you call that? Testosterone suppressing drugs.
I think so because she's had the change. She's having the change. From my understanding, I don't think she has the full reassignment, but she has everything else, like the breast and all. Yeah, I think
because there've been studies that show that if they're on 2 years of testosterone hormone suppressing drugs, then they are at no advantage physically. But that isn't taken to the fact that when you are a boy and you go through puberty, you larger heart, larger lungs, more bones,
more blood flow.
You get the girl strength.
I mean, I'm stronger naturally than most women who train for it.
Exactly.
And that's not fair, because that means if I start training too, I'm going to be right back up to Michael Jordan again.
But they give you testosterone, then you won't be that. And they give you estrogen, it's going to be different. That's what I understand.
So do you think that's something that so do you think, Coach Val, that's going to be another hindrance that the natural born female athletes are going to have to worry about, like comparing that and competing for spots on teams and all that? Do you think that's going to be an added factor to what they're already dealing with?
I mean, to me as an athlete, I would like I like walk with the competition. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what you got. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody else.
Yeah,
I do know there. But a lot of times when we talk about transgender women, we only hear about we only fuss about when they win. But there's been plenty of times and they come in last place. They're 7th place. They're not always winning, but we seem to highlight when they win, and that's when we get more upset. So it's not always you're not always dominating like we think they are, but we kind of we can cherry pick certain instances.
Right.
By the way, you asked me about the height, 6'6", 230.
230.
Solid.
Coach, imagine if you had a couple girls that walked in your gym 6'6", 230.
And they used to be him.
And I mean, at certain points, I think that it's not fair to you as women, because you're struggling already to establish yourselves, which we don't as men help in that struggle at all. But I just think it's not fair. I think there's certain things I understand that we want to be fair, but when it comes to physical anatomy, you're still a man.
Yeah.
You're still a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that gets me a lot of the times is when incidents happen, you're transgender, but all of a sudden, incidents happen and blah, blah, blah. I think that it needs to be addressed. I think that when we pull and make our women in sports equal, then you can add other stuff to it. It's like, with any other sport. I don't feel that if you couldn't make it in a male sport and you decide, well, I'm gonna go over to female and I'm a transgender. I mean, you're gonna have people that's gonna start doing this.
Yeah.
Just for I can play. Yeah. I couldn't cut it. I mean, some people are gonna be like that. I couldn't cut it playing men, so I'm gonna go ahead and play women's sports.
Yeah.
I just don't.
You think they're gonna go through all of that, like the hormones?
You have some people who are just that. You coach, you sports driven. We could play pinochle. You're gonna say you're gonna win.
Right.
Before a card even touch.
Pitch to the line.
What? We about to fight. And then when it come to men, we've competed over stuff that's stupid. That made no sense whatsoever. Or even we still don't care. We just feel like it's a competition. That testosterone kick in. I just want to compete. Some people are like that.
Yeah.
Like some people really have it in them that bad. And again, we got people doing all kind of stuff these days.
Yeah.
But if I could spend $100,000 to get you into a school you ain't qualified for, I might be able to spend $50 to do the. I mean, it's just being real. We're coming to a society where there's no boundaries, and that could be really dangerous.
That is a fact.
That's true. So, Coach Val, before we start wrapping up, and I love a good conversation. I love, because I this is something that we definitely need to continue to have, because again, you've enlightened me today. And I think because I do see more, female athletes, and I'm so proud of proud of them, especially in the basketball. I'm like I said, I'm so jealous, because I'm like, I wish I could hoop like that.
You got to grab your ball, go out there and hoop a little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
You'll get better over time. It's good exercise.
I know, but that's a lot of work.
Works the whole body.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying though, why?
Okay.
I can't get you on
skates. You can get me on skates.
You can wear the cool sports gear too.
Yeah, I sure can. Can I?
Yeah,
I can. Didn't I? I can pick up.
You can dress up like you really can hoop.
Okay, I can. I can shoot a ball.
Pick, though. You go to the court,
yeah, and you never pick them.
All the gear on.
Yeah, you never pick them.
That's
so
a
rule of law. For hoopers, we already know. He got all of that. He trying to mask the fact that he can't ball.
and watch the cat with the holes in his shirt.
The cat with the holes in his shoes?
Watch that cat.
That's the one that can ball.
Because he used them. That's why they got holes in them.
Yes. So if I come with my whole new gear,
you gonna be
y'all wouldn't pick me.
No, not at all.
Really? I'll be cute though.
That's it. That's what you do.
It's like the chick at the gym who got all the nice gear on. She just standing by the machine.
She'll put me on the sideline.
That's it.
I'll be cute though.
Yeah, you be. Look. Even the way you doing your hands with a jump shot is inaccurate. So
I be like,
are you hanging clothes on the line?
Exactly.
Like, coach, put me in, coach.
Nah.
Oh well, I wouldn't make the team.
Not at all.
Oh well, that's probably
because it's serious between those lines.
Gonna shoot a line
it's
drive.
Serious.
Yeah, y'all take that stuff seriously. Like I'm like, oh y'all.
It's serious because if you play in a pickup game and you get on the court, a loss means you're not going to be able to play again for the next 3-4 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah, because somebody got
you got next means.
And if you don't have skills, you will not be picked.
You will not be picked.
No, sir. Sit on the side.
Sit on the side for about 3-4 hours.
Get out
Put your Ben Gay on and go home.
Really?
Of course.
That was your only game of the
day.
So
it's serious.
That explains it then.
Yeah, it's serious.
And if you go to some of these gyms like LA Fitness, it's girls on those courts.
Oh yeah. Balling with us.
Yeah.
Balling hard. So you may have, I'll be honest, outside the culture, they're cracking jokes. But in the culture, they know.
Yeah.
They go Sherelle. Hey, Sherelle, you running with me today?
Exactly.
Because she gonna hand that dish
but
off one hand.
wouldn't get picked, so that's what I said. I wouldn't get picked.
Oh, no, you definitely
she look good with her outfit on.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that the new Jordan 28?
Yeah. You can put the J's with your long Kool-Aid socks on. Hey,
is that the Jordan 28?
Sit on the side.
My matching shoes and.
Oh, you a Mars Brown alum? That's the son of Mars, right?
Yeah.
That's the son of Mars you got on, right? Okay, cool. That's it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You got mail messages from him. I am your girl, Coach. Look, I'm about to say Coach Tashawn.
Look.
Your host, Tashawn, with Coach Val in the building. Listen, before we start wrapping up, give us a few tips on helping children. How do you help the female athletes overcome low self-esteem and dealing with the bully and all that? What can you leave us with for those who are watching, for their parents who are watching, to to help them overcome this?
Right. Oh, okay, sure. First of all, I want to say thank you to Monique Williams for all her kind words. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Monique said, yeah.
One thing I think that is really helpful is for kids to write a confidence resume. And adults too. Write down what your strengths are, your wins, anything. Nothing's too small, and keep that in your pocket or keep that on your phone so you can always refer back to it when you are questioning yourself. Another thing is power words. Write down or affirmation, what you can say to yourself every day to build yourself up. Because a lot of times we talk to ourselves like we're our own enemy. You should be talking to yourself like you are your own best friend, right? Talk to yourself like you love. Talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. That's another our self-talk. And then lastly, who are you hanging with? Are you hanging with people who are building you up? What are you hanging with people who want to go somewhere? So check and look around your friends. That's the hardest thing for young kids because they depend so much on their friend group, and they are not sure and they can't see themselves about it. But a lot of times those people are holding you back and taking away from you.
Yeah. Those are awesome tips, great tips, and so forth. So tell us two things. What's next for Coach Val, and how can we follow you and support? I believe in not just following people, but how can we support your movement and whatnot? But what's next for Coach Val?
You can follow me on TikTok at I am Coach Val. And also I have a course that I created for female ballers. It's all about mindset. It's not skill based. It's about confidence and playing without fear and letting go of mistakes and owning your identity. I have that. It's coming in April. It's called the Fierce Baller Academy. I have a confidence boot camp, which is tomorrow, but that's that's closed, but that's what I do for young female ballers, is trying to pick them up and feed them and sow it to their lives. Also have merch, which I also created for female ballers as well, where this is my Unstoppable hoodie, where I have words of affirmations with kids when they're grinding and they want more motivation. Just look at the words on their shirt. Like I have queen, your future GOAT, you're unstoppable. So that's how you guys can support me. And my website is imotivatelives.com.
I motivate
lives.com. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow. That is I'm just so thrilled to have. Is that right? I motivate lives.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, about the applause, you deserve a round of applause. I give it to you again.
Yes.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. And I really thank you so much for taking your time to come on and share your story. And again, I'm in awe about it. And I'm going to do more on my part to make sure that I support the WNBA and make that effort. I can honestly say I have, but now I actually know, like you said, we have to
we're gonna
go to the games. We have to support it, to put it out there. And I am literally gonna do my part. Buy those season tickets for the Atlanta Dream.
Let's
go. Let's go. We're gonna have us
some fundamental basketball.
That's the thing. That's the things we need to start doing. Going out as brands.
And
support
them.
And
you know,
they
what I mean?
down at East Point now. That's down the street.
Yeah.
So
I really thank you, Coach Val. And again, you will be seeing more of us and supporting your movement. I will be following you on TikTok and get some of the dance. Since you do the old school dances, I can hang with you, So I appreciate you and send many blessings your way and keep doing what you're doing. Our followers are like, you have inspired them throughout this conversation. You've inspired me. So keep doing what you're doing and just know that we are watching and people are watching and they're learning from you. So Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your day. And we will be connecting again.
Yes, indeed.
You got mail messages from him. You guys had Coach Val on in the studio. Well, not in the studio, but live streaming. And we are about to wrap up soon. Good conversation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's always
parents out there. Coaches change lives. Coaches change lives. Find a coach and get your kid involved, because I promise you, it changes lives. It changed mine.
Really,
they change lives.
They change lives. Male, female, it does not matter. An outside voice caring about you does nothing but good for that kid. And sometimes they have to have it. I know many athletes really to come from my neighborhood. Other neighborhoods didn't. I mean, you can read their stories. Coaches made the difference in their lives, and Coach Val, Coach Jarvis, you know for yourself, man, the impact that you can have on a kid. It could literally be the difference between heaven and hell.
All facts. Gotta have that, especially when a coach can destroy your life too.
I can see that.
Because back in the day, you had coaches that cared. Like my coaches, would ride through the neighborhoods
to make sure
the hoods,
Right.
and folks, that's my people listening, riding through Glencoe, Four Corners, St. Joseph. They would come looking. They made sure you at practice.
Or at home when the light came on.
Facts. I remember Coach Lockett, bless his soul, many times had him roll through Glencoe, make sure them boys. He would bring them home. So coaches change lives, people. Male, female, take some interest in a kid, change their lives. You'll be amazed at what you get out of it.
I used to sit on the bench for going to the club when I played ball.
Really?
That was my punishment.
Really?
And if you play sports, like not being in the starting lineup is a big deal. So I had me and one of my partners, we used to always go to the club and had to sit on the bench. And we would sit all the way at the end and be leaning back with our arms behind each other. And let the crowd holler at the coach, man, put him in. And he would never put us in.
Monique, thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your day too. And thank you so much for supporting. Chef was a basketball and baseball player. So him and his mom or sports. I think she was like the sports mom of the
team.
Yeah, she was coach. She was coach as well.
Shit, we got to see what she's talking about on that court. You know,
I don't know about them knees though. No more.
We ain't got to do nothing but shoot some jumpers.
Right.
Old man basketball, a whole lot different.
Yeah.
Hey, we swing that thing round.
We ain't doing.
But he's a sports fan. Oh my gosh,
we will bounce past that thing to each other all night.
The only exception to that rule is go Stan Green. That's the only one I've seen above 50, almost in his 60s, bounce passing and driving the lane and going up like he Dr. J and all of that stuff. That's the only exception to the rule.
We appreciate him showing out for us, but we know that Ben Gay is real. We know that Ben Gay coming to 8-ounce, 12-ounce, and 16-ounce too.
Yeah, right.
I admire people who play sports. Like I said, my dad tried to get me into sports, tennis, and all of that. But dancing was my thing. So it was still a discipline there. But y'all was playing sports is a different discipline to me. You know, I played volleyball for Morris Brown like one season, and I actually love volleyball, but I knew the level of discipline that my coach needed.
And then that hand thing you got.
Yeah, I was like, but I can.
You like my wife? She real prissy.
I can hold it, but it's like if you give me a first, it's like.
But then they say open your hand.
And I get injured. I didn't like injuries. Like I just didn't like injuries. Like you
split a cuticle, it was over. He split a cuticle.
It's like, and then it's sweating. It's like
that's what you're supposed to do.
How did you even play volleyball? Now I asked my wife, how you play volleyball and you didn't want to sweat?
I didn't. I just.
that response right there.
Yeah. I mean, I just had to. I mean, like I love female athletes.
She too cute to sweat.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm just.
But you wore the outfit though.
I sure did. I love them little shorts.
So
I was, I was just one of those girls who just wanted to be cute. But like in high school, I was drill team, so I was like the cheerleader drill team type of girl. So. You get me out there, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. Dancing, anything with dancing, because again, I dance. So, I was on the dance team and all of that. That was my sports. And then, like I said, it's still discipline because practice and, splits, all that kind of stuff, that was hard. But that sports thing, my kudos to y'all. Because the first time somebody would hit me and, wait a minute, did you really have to bump up against me? Like, without saying excuse me? Like, really? Did you have to trip me? Because I'll be watching, like, wow. I'll be watching, I think I saw some shot. It was LeBron, I forgot who it was. But they were, like, I guess, and I asked Chef, I said, that's what y'all do? Y'all be talking, smacking each other here? Like, passing by or something like that? He said, yes. I was like, that would just make me mad.
You suck.
That's what he said. He was like, they just be saying all kind of other little
and don't let something happen. They will never let you forget. Never. I don't care how long ago it was.
Thank you, Lynn.
Remember that time you was 13 and you call yourself trying to block Leonard Marshall's little brother?
He yammed on you.
Yam.
So y'all be saying this
Ghost. It wasn't a yam. I saw 3 people.
So this is the kind of stuff y'all be saying in each other's ears and we'll pass it by. Just talking crap.
How many people you see in your ear?
Yeah, how many people you see?
Y'all wrong.
You got a whole lot of air up under that ball.
Man.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you so much. You too. Thank you so much. Yeah, like that kind of stuff would just be like, y'all, So yeah,
that's the point of getting out there.
Okay,
you break a whole person's spirit talking to them.
Really,
especially in pressure free throws, though.
Break a whole person's spirit. But you don't shoot free throws on street ball.
No, you definitely don't do that. Nah.
Really?
What?
Nah.
You don't even call fouls on street ball.
No, is ball don't lie. You got to shoot a 3.
Yeah, ball don't lie.
So you saying you gotta shoot a 3?
If something happens and it's a call between 2 people, like me and Tank playing each other, and Tank foul me and I call foul, and he be like, "Man, ain't nobody foul you. Ball don't lie. I got to go to the top and shoot a 3. And if I make it, I get the ball. If I miss it, he get the ball.
Big hat, shout out to Big Parrot on that dirt basketball court. That's where you learn them rules.
That's where you learn them.
So you got to go back to old school. You got to start off on the dirt basketball court.
You got to start
and learn the basic rules. See, that wasn't really a foul. You just drove the lane and then was success.
That's that milk crate basketball.
That's it.
milk crate basketball and a piece of wood on the back.
Jump shot had to be perfect.
Sandra.
So when you got your rim.
Yes, thank you, girl, for tuning in, Diamond. My diamond sister.
Yes. Yeah, to make sure you had just shot precision in a game with a milk crate goal.
Wow.
The wooden backboard and the milk crate goal.
That pump. Yeah, that pump.
My hats off to y'all that play. I have a lot of parents.
Bicycle rim for a rim.
That their kids play sports in. And
how many times you got hit by the Buick? the Buick was the best corner in the game. That Buick was the best corner because he sat there. And even though you tried to run that route, you still, you hit. I still caught it. And you got up like this. That face.
Too many injuries. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
my brothers didn't play sports. They played football and baseball. They were more baseball and football. Like my baby brother, he played football for a while, then baseball. They were baseball boys. But
I was a phenomenal baseball player.
Yeah. But I guess.
Well, yeah. Yeah. We'll get out there on the court one day. We're gonna have a YGM basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, y'all will be playing because I'll be sitting on the side.
You'll be looking like this, like, oh snap.
I'll be like, I gotta run.
That's what they were talking about.
We don't want you coming in there weak. No, we don't want you cheerleading. We don't want you to be appreciated.
I can cheer. So you mean I gotta run up the court?
Yeah, up and back.
Slight jog. You know,
slight jog.
You know when y'all.
It's all about your breathing.
Y'all just.
It's all about your breathing. You got to pay.
That's the problem. I'll be like.
You walk the ball up the court. You know what I mean?
You want me to
slight strides.
You want me to dribble the ball and run?
Look how she dribbled the ball. That's double dribble. You can only put one hand on the ball at a time.
See, that's too many rules.
That's when they holler, I'm a girl.
Yeah, I'm a girl.
But you want
she dribbled the ball with both hands 2 times and pick it up and start running on the other side of the court.
I sure will. I'm like, let me just run. Here you go.
You going to travel for about 4 miles. You travel across the court.
I would mess up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Stick to being
cute.
Because y'all have to add extra rules.
I bring y'all water and treats. Yes. That's my role. I bring y'all water and treats.
That'll work.
I have my role in the sport.
I can deal with that.
Rob, you can ball.
A little bit. I'm rusty.
Okay.
I'm rusty. I'm rusty.
Did you play sports?
I'm rusty.
Basketball a little bit, but I wasn't that guy that was, playing ball. It was a collective team, but I wasn't playing like that.
But y'all two were sports people.
Yeah,
y'all were sports.
I had being the big guy, I had to go outside and play with the little cats.
Yeah.
There was no differentiation. You're gonna play with them, and that's just how it is. Have a good day. Don't come in my house. You let the AC out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Play some street football.
Wow. You got
drink out the water hose.
Drink out the.
Did you drink out the water hose? Did you?
I did.
The water hose.
Don't let the cuteness fool you now.
It's certain aspects of her that she
I did. I drank out the water hose. I ran out in the yard. I picked up fireflies and the little roly-poly bugs and so forth.
Yeah.
I did do some of things, but
Okay, we ain't gonna.
But did you hula hoop?
I did hula hoop.
Yeah, okay.
Hopscotch. I'm a beast at Jack's.
Oh, for real?
What? Yes. We're gonna have us I'm already playing. We're gonna have us an old school game. I'm a beast at Jack's.
Can you shoot marbles?
I can shoot them, but I really didn't understand the game. But I had some marbles. But the Jacks, what?
Oh, we're gonna do an old school joint.
Jump rope. I had double dutch. So I did a little something. I just didn't. It was all cute and dainty. Though.
Okay.
Let's put it like that.
All right.
Well,
that was us. We would play, but when we saw the girls on the hula, we hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
Y'all hula hoop. How y'all doing?
But I can't.
Make sure you look at the one that start from the neck and go down.
Woo! You got mail messages from here with Tashawn and friends. Y'all, we are wrapping up another of the show. I am back on Facebook. Before we leave, what y'all got going on?
I can't remember. Rob, tell them.
Buy Black, March 27th, next week.
That's
next week.
All right.
Buy Black Marketplace is going down. Vendors will be released on Monday. So that flyer will be changing. So stay aware, people. Stay aware.
Cool.
But also make sure you got your money ready to buy Black, because we have even The lineup is super dope. You might be able to get some black-owned wine in there too.
All right. Tank, the sports guy, what you got going on?
Man, just doing some great things. Gonna do some landscaping. Try my hand at that.
Okay.
See if I don't tear up the yard too much. See if I don't destroy it with it. You got to
put it all back together. Just tear it up and put it back together.
So,
what we do.
That's how we try it out. So, do a little bit of that. And going, hey, we have a photo shoot today trying to get my.
Yeah, I'm about to talk to you about that. I think we're going to have to reschedule. Something came up on his end. So we're going to
Okay.
And then y'all know that my 50th celebration has started for this month. March the 28th, I will be feeding at least 50 people across the city of Atlanta. So if you still want to donate, you still have time. You can Cash App, $ Trinette Collier, or you can go through paypal.me/Trinette L. Collier, and you can make your donations there as well. It's all business. Y'all know how I roll. My money, all monies go towards feeding. So my goal is to feed 50 or more. The overall goal is to feed 1,971 people over my 50th year. So this is the month that my parents conceived me, because November, I got 8 more months before the 50th. So this is a celebration. So that is taking place Sunday, March 28th. So again, if you would like to donate, go to my website or just contact me and so forth. But this has been a great show.
Of course.
Great show.
We do every week.
Yes, it is springtime, y'all. The sun is out, so we really about to cut a fool.
But it's chilly. But go ahead.
We're really about to cut a fool.
What's the real season though?
Capricorn season.
Oh Lord. With that note, y'all. Until next week. I love you all. Peace. Yes, November. DJ.
Yeah.
Green Machine.
Turn
that up.
Let's get it.
Peace.
Saturday mornings I'm tuned in. Listening to Tishawn, she be going in. Black queen for us black kings. We can learn a thing or two when we're locked in. One of the few places we can be heard. Man, I rocks with her, that's my word. The show is enlightening, engagement always enticing. I always come with an open mind, I'm never frightened. Guaranteed to walk away with minerals. Now that I'm thinking everything else is minuscule. We're the fools who don't protect black women. No argument, disrespect, and that's it, y'all. Please come in peace when you call in, cause the friends ain't no slouch, fair warning. You got mail messages from him. Y'all better listen if you want to win. Want to win the life, y'all. You want to win the life. Tune in to Tishawn and Friends. You got mail messages from him. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him. 10 a.m. to noon Saturdays. Tune in. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him.